are here in one of the most popular premier barbershops in Winston-Salem, North Carolina with my homie, my big homie, Mello. So he was gracious enough to let us get a man's point of view on what we do best, and that's paternity testing. So Mello, tell us a little bit about what you got going on. Tell us a little bit about Mello.
I don't know about Mello. I got a lot going on. As you can see, this is my barbershop right here. I own 2 daycares. I own one in Salisbury, one in Spencer. I got 4 tiny homes right behind the airport I'm working on.
Okay. You know how the big homie do it. That's what's up. I appreciate you letting us use your barbershop to get some opinions on paternity testing. I know that from the beginning when I told you that I was doing paternity testing, you was like, hey, that's the way to go. 100% supporting your girl. So we thank you so much. We're going to get on in here and talk to some of these barbers, y'all. And we're going to get the tea on what's in the streets about these paternity tests. So tune in. We're here to really get to the bottom of what men think about paternity testing, secret paternity testing, and everything that entails. We're here with Sir Chop. So let's just get right into it. Sir Chop, how you doing today?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So we're here with you at Mello's Barbershop. You're one of the premier barbers here. So what is it like here being a barber, being in this environment with all the people?
Man, it's an adventure every day for real. Like, come in, serve the community, put a smile on people's faces. So really just a blessing.
That's awesome. So we do paternity testing. So what we really wanted to get was inside of the mind of a man. We really want to know, what do you think about paternity testing? Okay. What we do is a mobile DNA testing.
Oh, really?
So we provide the community with the service where we pull up on you, get the mobile DNA testing done whenever you want to, whenever you call. It takes 10 minutes, and we submit it either a legal test or a peace of mind test, and you receive it within 4 days. So how do you think that type of business that we're trying to start, how do you think that affects the community?
I mean, it could be a positive and it could be a negative thing. I believe it could be positive because, you can get accurate results. But start a lot of fights at the same time, but hopefully, it doesn't do that. Well, yeah, I think it's a good thing, actually.
Yeah, that's good that you mentioned that. I guess it can create some type of conflict.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what we want to do is get the truth. The truth, and get it early.
Right.
Have you ever been in a paternity situation, or do you know somebody that's been in a paternity situation before?
I've been in one before.
So if you don't mind, what kind of happened in that situation?
Me and the female, we had relations, and she had got pregnant, and then I don't know, timetables just didn't add up. Then when the child did get here, my mom said the child wasn't mine. A mother always knows. And come to find out, my mother was right. And yeah, have I known you guys, I could say 2 years.
You know what?
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do. We feel like that time in between is unnecessary.
Right.
So we do grandparent testing.
Yeah.
So we'll pull up on grandma, grandpa,
yeah,
when you have that baby, and we'll also get it tested. So what do you think if your mom would have went on ahead and tested that baby within those 2 years before you got to it? What if your mom would have had the opportunity to say, you know what, on day 2, hey, let me get my grandbaby and let me see what's up, maybe first or second month.
Right.
What if your mom would have called us to pull up on her at 2 months? How would the situation been different? And we would have been able in 4 days to say, here, grandma, that's your grandchild, that's not your grandchild.
It definitely would have saved a lot of hiccups in the road. We could have got the answer sooner. Less feelings could have been involved as well. And yeah, that's pretty much
That's what I aim for. Like, I really, I have siblings close to me that have been in this situation. And it's like, everybody have their own situations, but me personally, I was attached to a baby that I thought was in our family, but come to find out years later it wasn't. And I just feel like the sooner you find out, and the better it'll be at the end of the day. It might be some fighting in the beginning, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. Right. And the truth, what sets us free?
Always.
Right?
Always.
So we do a test called secret paternity testing. And I want to know your thoughts as a man on secret paternity testing. So what this entails is, if a girl thinks that you are her child's baby father and she don't want to tell you, what we'll do is we'll test your cigarette or we'll test the cup you've been drinking out of.
Okay.
And we'll tell her if you are her baby daddy. What do you think about our secret paternity testing?
Oh, y'all dangerous. Don't play with y'all. That's cool.
Don't play with it.
That's real though.
This one your baby daddy, this one you ain't. You can bring us a cigarette butt for one, you can bring us a cup for the other one, swab somebody somewhere and bring it to us, you know, but I just think that test was necessary for us to offer, you know, because we call those our forensic tests. And the forensic test will test semen on the sheet or whatever. You cut that piece of sheet out and bring it to me and I'll test it and see if, you know, for me, I just think that's a great, you know, service for us to offer these, you know, women so they can really know before we go out of here and say, this is my baby daddy, and you don't know for sure. You know, it's just giving people an opportunity to know for sure.
Right.
So you think that's something that the community could
absolutely,
use?
Especially with like the direction life going these days. It's been 2025, y'all. That shit came with this like 10 years ago.
Well, we got it now.
Right, that's all that matters.
And we trying to get the word out here, Sir Chop, and I thank you so much for coming on here and talking to us about something so personal. I really appreciate you. And for y'all out there, y'all trying to get that haircut, you know, done right, Sir Chop is going to do you up. He's a premium barber here at Mello's Barbershop. And we thank you guys for tuning in. We are here at Mello's Barbershop again, guys. As promised, we are talking to Ice. Ice is one of the premier barbers here at the barbershop. And thank you so much for doing this interview with us.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So, how long have you been a barber here at Mello's?
I've recently just come to Mello from another shop.
Okay. Well, how long have you been a barber?
6 years.
For 6 years.
6 years.
Do you like it so far? Is it?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it. The interaction with the public, everything, I love it.
Okay. So in your interactions with the public, do you ever hear people talking about their DNA paternity issues? Because we know you get a lot of the talk. Right?
I have.
So what are some kind of the things that you've heard around the barbershop, people talking about DNA issues and paternity issues? From a man's point of view, because we're here getting what the men talk about.
That we want to be tested. We want to know that that's our child.
So you want to be tested?
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, there's a, you know, because I mean, not saying that, you know, all women are like that, but there's some people out there that play games, and it could be this one or that one, and they pin it on the best one, and so I mean, people want to know. You know,
that's so true. I mean, I feel the same way. That's why I feel like this service is needed, because we're out here getting to you at a very low price, a discounted price, and then we're mobile, so we'll come to you. And I'm just an advocate on getting it done early instead of waiting, because the older the child gets, the worse the situation gets, or either people forget about the situation and the child is left lingering, not knowing.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? And then you 20-something years old, like I was, 25 years old, finding out, you know, who all your family is, and not that it was a paternity issue, but it was just that you find out who your family really is later on in life. And I know that happens with people who don't actually know who their father is. And so that's really, you know, unfortunate. So do you know anybody that's actually been in a paternity situation where they've had to get tested and didn't know?
I have.
So you have?
Yeah. I mean,
Can you tell me a little bit about that situation?
My daughter, she's she'll be 27 in June now. I knew originally that was my child because I mean she just looked just like me. I mean, there was no mistaking it. But her mother came up and said, "Hey, it might not be," and kept her out of my life until she was 17.
That is quite.
So I mean, from 6 months to about 17 years old, and my daughter called me one night on Facebook Messenger, and I got a question: "Are you my dad?" And I was like, "Yes." So, just for peace of mind, we did our own.
Yeah, we do offer the peace of mind test. for $275, we'll pull up on you and give you a peace of mind test.
I wish I'd have known that then.
I know. I you just don't know how I'm just so happy starting this service, and that's why I want to get it out, because I feel like everybody I talk to says, wow, I wish this would have been out when I had my situation going on back in 2001 or 2002, you know. So I just want everybody to know, hey, I will pull up on you. How do you think it would have been different if way back when you got your hands on that baby, you called same testing, and we pulled up on you 10 minutes and had that to you in 4 days instead of 17 years, you know? Do you think that would have changed the situation if you yourself would have had a chance as the dad to just swab that baby real quick and get it over with?
Yeah. Because, I mean, you talking about I missed 16 and a half, 17 years of my daughter's life. You know, I missed all the little school dances, the plays, the pageants. Yeah. You know, and it was difficult, and then in turn, it caused an issue for her mother. Mm-hmm. You know, because now she's looking at her mother funny, mm-hmm. So that causes a static there.
So she was one of the ones I was talking about that kind of got left lingering.
Yeah, she was in limbo. Like, it was never brought up, you know, I think this is your father, you know, this is him, mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. It was actually, you know, one of her friends mm-hmm. saw a picture at her mom's house in an old scrapbook or something and said, man, that guy looks just like you.
That actually happened to somebody very close to me. And they were about 2021, and they finally did everything they needed to do, and that was their father. From someone saying, hey, you look like, you know, my brother.
I mean, you can't mistake. I mean, I don't know if it's just my family DNA or what, mm-hmm. but we all look alike.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's not as ugly as me, but
come on.
She all her characteristics, from the nose to the lips to the eyes, everything. It was just.
Well, I bet she is beautiful. And I'm glad that finally you got that peace of mind test.
It is. Needed. You know, I mean, it cleared up a lot of stuff, but I already knew, mm-hmm. so I had prepared stuff throughout life mm-hmm. to be able to do for her.
That's awesome.
So I mean, my relationship with her is, we're tight. We're tight. I talk to her about it every day. So yeah.
That's great. So you are another testament to why this service is needed, because not only will we pull up on the grandparents, you know, the fathers, we also do sister and brother testing, make sure that your brother is your brother. Mm-hmm. So, and, you know, these are things that we will get done on the fly. And so this is just another testament to what we don't want to happen to another person.
Right.
So I really do thank you for coming on here and telling your story.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Because it helps somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, not be in this same situation, because they're not thinking about when that child gets 17. It's a mom out there who right now may be watching this. If you have told somebody you think is your baby daddy that you don't want nothing to do with them, and you get nothing done, just think about the way your child will feel when they're 17 or 18 and you have left them in limbo. So I'm pleading with you all, please get your DNA test done as soon as possible. Please, at the end of the day, it is the best thing to do for the child. Put yourself aside and think about the life of that child. And thank you so much, Ice, for coming out here.
You're welcome.
If you guys want to get your hair cut, and I mean cut, we're not talking about no fly by night, somebody just, you know, no. This is professional haircut, and we talk about here going on down in Mello's Barbershop. Again, we have one of our premier barbers here, Ice, who came out to speak with us. You guys make sure you come down here and get your haircut. And we thank you so much, Ice, for coming and talking to us today.
It. Thank you.
It's been very interesting here today. We've learned some things, we've got some information, and it has been a lot of fun as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to everyone who shared their heartfelt stories today. Thank you to Ice. Shout out to Sir Chop. Shout out to Mello's Barbershop. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to get your hair cut, this is one of the best places to do it. We'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you are looking for a great place to have your DNA testing done, if you need mobile DNA testing, mm-hmm. you need us to pull up on you, please give us a call at 1-833-TEST-FIRST, or you can simply book us at sanetestingsolutions.com.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.